Hello, friends. I welcome you all to another session of virtual learning. As we all know that we had begun with a new lesson that is Into the Wild, written by Kiran Purandare. And yesterday we had dealt with the first part of the lesson. Now today we are going to deal with the second and the last part of that series. And before I move on to the second session, I would just like to give you a quick recap of what we did in the previous video. Now, about the author. The author of this lesson is Kiran Purandare, born in 1961. He studied environmental science at Scotland, and he has been awarded with many prestigious awards like Sahitya Puraskar Award. And one of his award-winning book is Sakha Nagzira. Now you have to underline this because this lesson is an extract of that book. It is a part of the book is brought down for your textbook so that you can read it. He is a wildlife conserver. He is very fond of bird watching, and he also is a part of several organizations that is playing a key role in saving the environment and the nature. Now, in the first part, my dear students, we studied that how Kiran Purandare was lost in the jungle and how he encountered or how he was about to encounter a leopard in that jungle. How he was frightened when the langur started giving alarm calls, and then how he lost his track back to Pitizari village. But finally, somehow he managed to find out his way and he reached home. And this incident is still fresh, and this incident still gives goosebumps to Kiran Purandare when he recalls that incident. Very beautifully, and it's a very interesting and it's a very minute and detailed description is given of how he was stuck and what were the feelings that he was going through in that forest. Now, in today's video, we are going to deal the second part of this lesson. Now, let us see what we are going to study in this lesson. This part has been extracted from the Sea and Traveler magazine published by Land Rover India. It is about Shaz Jung, who is known for his wildlife photography. It briefs us about his entry into the world of wildlife photography, the insight that he received during the journey regarding the loss of the habitat of those heroes of the jungle, and the genuine efforts that he took by establishing BCRTI for conservation of forest by educating the local rural folks and providing them with sound, reliable source of income. Now, we are going to study about another person called Shaz Jung. Now, my dear student, what these wildlife conservers are trying to do, because there is a conflict always between animals and man. We always find that the animals are entering into human habitat. Actually, they are not entering our habitat. We have already conquered their habitat. There are no more jungles left for them. We have cut down the forests. We have cut down the mountains, which was the habitat of these wild animals. And today it happens that we find young jungles roaming around the human settlements. So, what Charles Jung does is that he is creating an awareness in the minds of the local people. The local people are the people who are in close contact with the forest. The people living very in close proximity to the forest. So they are the first one who encounter these wild animals coming into their farms, eating their farm animals. So people get frightened and they just kill those wild animals. So these people are trying to create an awareness in the minds of people that how to deal with such encounters. Killing them or hurting them or harming them is not the way. Shashank has trained such local people regarding the awareness of the forests, regarding their habitat, and how it has in return also created a income source for these young people who are doing this work. Now let us move to the second part of the lesson, that is into the wild. Now I hope you are all there ready with your textbooks. and a pencil to jot down the meanings and the phrases that we are going to learn, new phrases that we are going to learn in today's session. Tracking the panther of Nagarhole. Now, let me tell you one thing, that these wild animals have marked territories of their own. In one territory, there is one wild predator who is going to be the leader or the king of that area. Other people are not allowed to enter into their, or other animals are not allowed to enter into their territory. In case if they have to come, there is a fight between those two. Let us see what happens in this extract. Shahjang is a wildlife photographer, a cinematographer, big cat tracker. The big cat here means the lion, tigers, leopards. Man animal conflict resolution seeker and a lodge owner. Now, man animal conflict resolution seeker. That means the conflict that is there between man and animal. You cannot be friendly. We both cannot be friendly. If a big lion or a tiger comes in front of us, we are not going to stay there. Of course, there's going to be a conflict. We are going to get scared. We are going to try to, either it is going to hunt you or you are going to kill it. Vice versa of both the things. So he is trying to resolve the conflict that is there between these two, the animal and the man, all rolled into one. He's a multifaceted personality. When he is away from the jungle of Nagarhole, officially, which is called as Rajiv Gandhi National Park, he is leading photography safaris in Africa or showcasing his work in the art galleries. Shaz recalls with great clarity the incident that ultimately leads to his answering of the call to the felines. The felines, here, underline it and write down, a cat or a member of the cat family. Now, if you know, the lions and the tigers also belong to the cat family. Okay? So, felines means either a cat or belonging to the family of the cat. A career dedicated to finance. It was somewhere around the sunset when we were at a junction. The deer were calling. He says, we went around a blind turn, he continues. And up ahead on the path was this old leopard. Now, old leopard here, how do you understand by the old leopard? Because he was past his prime time. Now, prime is the youth of the wild animals. Okay, the young age of the uh, wild animals. But he was past that age. It means he was aged and he was an old. The jungle had taken a toll on him. He had only three canines. His eyes were sagging. Sagging means, how old age people, their eyes start sagging. You know, they start getting wrinkles. So the sagging of the eyes of the leopard. Close to this leopard was another very young, good looking male at the good looking male who was soon to come to his prime. Along with him was a very young uh, male who was about to come to his prime time. It was like looking at the past and the present. Now, these two animals, one is old and one is young. Okay, one has already lost his youth and one is just going to enter his youth. It was clear that there was going to be a fight. Unfortunately, the sun was setting and we had to leave. Now here an incident is being narrated by Shah Zang. Now he was about to leave the jungle and now these two animals, big wild animals, have come front to front, face to face. One is already old and one is very young. So definitely we can understand the energy level is going to be high of the one who is in his youth. Fortunately, sitting on a high rock was a young leopard. The next morning, when they saw, they had left that place because it was getting dark and they cannot stay in the wild habitat in the late night. So they had to leave that place. And when they returned the next day, the next morning, the young leopard was sitting on a mountain and blood was dripping from his gash across a face. Now, gash is a deep cut that these animals get when they have big fights. He sat there like he was the king of jungle. I knew right then that he had taken over and it was beginning of a new journey. Now, as I told you, the territorial fights is always very important in these wild animals. Now, if you see such shows which goes on in National Geographic or Discovery Channel, they tell us about the territory owned by these animals. Literally, the territory is not marked, but there are the territories that these particular animals own. So, photographs of that leopard, the victor, Scarface, as Shahs had named him, not only made Shahs famous among the India's wildlife community, but also led to Shah's enviable reputation as a chronicler of the wild. A chronicler is a person who writes important details of history. Okay, the person who writes about important historical details. I also discovered the current protagonist of my work, Saya, while tracking the Scarface. This is the world's first Black Panther, the behavior of which is being documented so intimately on camera by tracking its movements. So far, all the research on the animal has been done through camera traps. Through many months of toil, Shahs had managed to collect precious footage, including that of animal mating, to piece together the incredible landscape of Black Panther's life. Now, these wildlife photographers, what they do is, when they capture or when they make a particular documentary on any animal, whether it's a giraffe or a zebra or any animal, or whether it's on elephants, they had to spend months together to put down one serial or one episode of the documentary. It's not easy, my dear children. Like from morning till evening, you can shoot one episode. It is not like that. They have to be very patient because animals are very unpredictable. Their behaviors are very unpredictable. They are not the same every day. So, Shaz had done a marvelous job in making the documentary of this Black Panther, which was a masterpiece in itself. Okay. Now, the three leopards that Kiran already came to know was Saya, Scarface, and Pardus. The leopard that lost to Scarface have also led Shahs down a different path of discovery. Learning about them and the loss of their habitat has led Shahs to create Buffer Conflict Resolution Trust of India, BCRTI. Now, this organization, which is created by Shah Zung, is aiming to resolve the conflict between the wild animals and men or the human beings. Now, putting tourist currency to good use under the BCRTI umbrella, SHAS provides locals with vocational training with the aim of educating locals on the merit of conservation and to help them benefit from tourist currency. Now, when such wildlife reserves, when such uh, forests are conserved, it also creates employment opportunities for young people or for the people who live in the surrounding areas. Now, for example, if we go to any tourist spot, the people who are engaged in the occupations over there, the local traders, are people who live in the same village. So, any tourist spot is a good source of income for the people living nearby. Now, for example, if you go to a beach, Goa beach, if you go to a hill station, whatever the people are there who are working there, who have shops or who are selling, the street vendors or the hawkers, they are all people who stay in the nearby locality. So, Shazong had this aim in his mind that after creating or along with creating an awareness in the minds of people, along with that awareness, he also aimed at creating employment, good employment sources for the local people there. That means he used the tourist currency to create employment for these people. Now, the visitors at the resort are welcome to volunteer to teach a skill training class of their choice. Now, this skill that they learn is used for creating employment opportunities for these local people. Now, Madi Gowda is one such local agriculturist who is trained at BCRTI and is now a certified naturalist employed by the Bison. Now, the Bison here is the name of a resort, a very famous resort. I have lost almost 80% of the season's yield of sugarcane to such animal attacks. These animals who, very often we see that, even in South India, there are elephants who just destroy acres of farm of the local people. And so people get very angry and they sometimes shoot these elephants, or, they do any sort of thing to protect their farms. But in, what happens in while they are protecting their farms, these animals' lives are in danger. Most of the time, the localites come together and they kill them, because a great loss of farms of these people. So same thing happened with this agriculturist. 80% of his yearly uh, yield was destroyed by the animal attacks. I used to hate them, but now I have learned how important these animals are and the value of protecting them. It is really important, my dear children. What we learn from this chapter is not only an incident that is narrated by the writer. Here we also have to learn that even the wildest of wild animals have the right to live. Now, for example, I'll give you an example. Many a times there we find snakes creeping in our house. We find them, they sometimes they come out during the rainy season, and most of the people, out of fear, kill these snakes. Now, I am not saying that it is safe to have them around, but what we can do is we can call the snake charmers at that time, or the people who are trained to rescue them. They catch those snakes and they carry them along with them and they leave them in the open, or they leave them where people don't stay. So, just an example for you that it is very essential, because even they are a part of our ecosystem. Even wild animals have the right to live on the same planet as we all are living. Already, due to pollution, due to global warming, there is a great damage that already we have done to the environment. If you see news, you're very much aware about the forest fires that are taking place all around the world. In California, or the Amazon forest that has been burning since past few months. Past few months back, we have studied that. So it is very important and very essential for us, my dear children, that we learn to conserve the environment. Okay, the ecological balance of the environment can be maintained when everything stays in balance. When anything goes out of balance, the things start to take turn for the worse. So it's very important that we allow these animals to live, and they are not meant to be put in the zoos, or to be caged. They are created to live a life in the open. So protecting them is the responsibility that have that these environmentalists have taken up in their hands, and they are doing a marvelous job, because they cannot do it all alone on their own. They need the support of people, and they need the people to be aware about the fact. Okay? So next time whenever you happen to see such thing happening around, you should create an awareness even around your people, around your surroundings. I have known these jungles for 35 years. I know where the animals are, and I realize I can guide the visitors and get paid for it. In a way, the animals are paying me back. Now, the people who go to these national parks, the difference between a zoo and a national park is different. In zoo, these animals are caged. But in these national parks, we are there and people go and have a glimpse of them from far away, and they come back. So same thing is done by this person, and he knows where the animals are. Without destroying them, we have to see them in their natural habitat. Okay, people who are interested or who go for such wildlife safaris, they see them in their natural habitat. If they have to see a giraffe, it is not nice to see them in a cage, but see them where they are in their natural environment, where they are roaming freely and living. The forests have taught me many things. For example, listening is a sense far more important than sight. You have to switch off your vehicle, sit and listen to the forest, because forest is constantly communicating through the voices of birds and animals. Tracking an animal also teaches you life lesson. The black panther has taught me patience. But above all, it has taught me never to stop discovering. There are just so many amazing experiences to learn and share with the world. What a wonderful extract we have studied, my dear children. I have completed it line to line, and I hope you all have understood the second extract as well. Now, in the next lecture, in tomorrow's lecture, we are going to deal with the brainstorming questions that are given below it. I hope you listen to both the videos that I have explained the lesson, and then we are going to deal with the question and answers in the next video. Okay, thank you very much.